time at all.
Yeah. Are you sure that we're close enough?
Yes, you're okay, yeah.
Okay, what is your full name?
Harry Albert Hill.
Okay, that is. Who are your parents?
Benjamin Hill. Mother's name was Blanche Hill.
Okay, and what was your mother's maiden name before she was married?
Hawkins.
And when were you born?
1913, May 14.
And where were you born?
Out just ahead of the tide here, where the old house I still live in now. The same house we live in now.
So how large was your family?
16.
Where do you fit in the family?
Oh, can't hardly remember, but back quite a ways. Most of our friends were passed away.
No, but I mean...
I mean the family.
Out of the 16 kids, what number were you?
Oh, I don't know.
You can't remember?
I can't remember that. I can take back, I got it home, but I haven't got...
Okay, so what did your father do for a living?
Father, he learned to be a stone cutter and a bricklayer and a plaster. And he could do carpenter work and different things.
So did your mother work outside of the home?
No.
What was a typical school day like?
Oh, they're good school days. I went first, grade 1, know where I went?
No.
No.
What kind of things did you do during the day at school?
Oh, study, I guess, a little bit, do questions. Teachers ask you questions, things like that.
And what would you have done for activities, playtime at school?
We had a recess around 10:45 and back in school again.
And did you play baseball or anything?
Oh, yeah, I played rugby and baseball, yeah.
Okay, who was your best friend at school?
My best friend was one of the girls I lived right out in my vicinity, and we sit together at school. Her name was Jenny Alexander.
So what types of things would you do with your friends when you weren't in school?
All play around here in different places. Stay out a few nights after we studied our lessons, and then go home and go to bed.
What is your best memory of school?
Oh, I don't exactly know, but I remember lots.
Can you give me an example of one?
Oh, I like my school teachers. My school teachers liked me, I thought, a lot. I was the teacher's pet.
Well, that was good.
Yeah.
Do you have a least favorite memory of school?
Not too much at the present time. Like,
What subjects were you taught in school?
arithmetic and spelling, history and geography, things like that.
And which subject was your favorite?
My writing, I was a favorite writer. I always made 100 in my writing.
So why was that? Why was... Sorry.
Well, I suppose I was a good writer.
Yeah. Which subject was your least favorite?
Oh, I couldn't do arithmetic too good.
So what kind of things did you have to memorize in school?
Spelling, mostly. Oh, in the morning, in the morning I would start God Save the Queen and Oh Canada for the kids. But I was one of the best singers.
Good.
Yeah.
And how were you disciplined in school?
Pretty good.
No, if you were bad in school, what would the teacher
Oh,
do?
sometimes I quite mischievous.
So what would happen when you were mischievous?
Stand me in the corner, stay after school and race the boards for her.
Okay, and how were you disciplined at home?
No, you had to do what I asked you to do, and you've done it.
And if you didn't do it, what would happen?
Well, maybe get a little trimmer, not too much. We were brought up that way.
And what were your daily chores at home?
Sawing wood, filling the wood box.
And after your chores were done, what would you do with your free time?
Study the lessons and go to bed.
What was your favorite holiday when you were a child?
Well, I don't exactly know, really.
Like, I mean, like Christmas, Easter,
Oh,
Those-
Christmas.
and
But-
why was Christmas your favorite?
Well, we always look for presents from Santa Claus.
And what other holidays or special events do you remember from your childhood?
Oh, swimming, mostly, and ball.
Okay, what was your favorite toy?
I don't remember that. Not bad.
Okay. What pets do you remember having?
Cat, dog,
And what was the cat's name?
Mhm.
And the dog's name?
Jeff.
Jeff. Okay, what was it like at your house when the catalog would arrive? Like the Sears catalog or the Eaton's catalog?
Oh, nothing would happen. Not at all.
Okay, so where would you get the things that you needed?
Downtown here to the stores.
So your parents bought them, or did you have hand-me-downs, or?
Bought them, yeah.
Okay. And how much spending money did you have as a child?
As a child, we had 25 cents a week that lasted the whole while.
And what was your religion?
My religion, I was an Advent.
And what were Sundays like in your household when you were growing up?
Oh, we had to be good.
Did you do anything special on Sundays?
Not really, no. Go to Sunday school.
What was your favorite hymn?
How great thou art. I sing that a lot.
Could you sing me a verse of it?
Yeah. And sing my soul, my Savior gone to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. And sing my soul, my Savior gone to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art.
Mr. Hill, that was beautiful. Okay, what influence did religion have throughout your life?
Good, I had good religion. I was born and brought up young. Went to Sunday school 4 years, never missed.
How did you keep up with what was going on in the outside world? Like, did you communicate, like, did you hear about things that were going on through the radio or newspapers?
Oh, some, yeah. I don't remember that much. Yeah.
Did anybody else live in the house with your family when you were a child?
No.
And what do you remember about your teenage years?
Well, they were good years, as far as I know.
How often did you leave town?
What do you mean?
Well, like to go, when you left Bear River, maybe if you went to Digby, how often would you get to go to Digby?
Oh, maybe once, twice a month. Not too often.
And how would you get there?
Our car.
And if you got the chance to leave, where would you go?
Oh, usually Digby.
So how long would you stay?
Oh, 3 or 4 hours.
And what were the roads like?
Oh, there wasn't the glue they are now. Dirt roads at that time.
And who would maintain the roads? Who would look after the roads?
Well, they had road foremen. You'd have to go out and work onto them.
Okay, as a teenager, what kinds of things would you do for fun?
Well, mostly play ball, I guess. Oh, skating, hockey.
Okay, and who were your movie idols?
I don't remember that.
Did you ever go to the movies?
Oh, yeah.
So did you have anybody that you really liked who played in the movies?
Yeah, one lady played the piano. She was quite a nice woman.
Do you know her name?
Good bar.
So what kind of music did you like?
Of all music, all kinds.
So what did you expect to do when you grew up?
Well, I expect to work with my dad most of the time at bricklaying, building stone walls.
So how far did you go in school?
First grade 9.
And why did you leave school?
I got a job and I went out to work.
How old were you when you left school?
19.
And once you left school, what did you do?
Went to work in a mill.
Okay, Harry, can you tell me what happened when a... Okay, can you tell me the name of the mill that you worked in?
The name? Oh, that we call it J.H. Cunningham's mill.
Okay. And where was that? Where was the mill
Out
located?
the head of the tide.
It was, sorry,
Out the head of the tide.
out the head of the tide.
Just down by my place, just about 15-minute walk.
Okay, can you tell me about a typical work day? What
Well,
would you have to do at work?
I've done all kinds of work, different jobs, you know, different machinery, working with different machinery, like jointing staves, or sawing staves, or making heads, things like that.
Just go to the work part and just forget about the,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, what year did you start your first job?
I forgot. Well, right after I left school.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how old would you have been then?
19, say.
Okay, what was your salary when you started that job?
10 cents an hour.
So how many hours a day would you work?
10-hour days.
And how much tax did you have to pay?
None.
None? Was it a dangerous job?
Yes.
Was it?
A lot of fellows got cut saws. I've come close, but I never have got cut.
So they would get cut by the machine you
Yeah.
were working with?
Right, yeah.
What do you remember about wartime?
I don't remember too much. What, Second War? Well, I was up for the Second War, but
You were in the Second World?
I weren't in the war. I was too short.
So what effect did the war have on your community?
Oh, I don't really remember that. Wasn't paying much attention, I guess.
Do you remember anything about the Depression?
Oh, yeah. Depression time, we couldn't sell a thing. Depression time, I made high as $7 a day. 1930.
So how would it have affected your community?
Well, you couldn't sell anything. You have to pile it up until couldn't sell your staves or your heads.
So did you still work during the Depression?
We still work through Depression.
Okay. So how did you plan for your retirement?
Oh, no, I don't know, really.
Oh, what did your parents pass? How did your parents pass on their possessions? Did every member of your family receive something after your parents passed on?
Oh, yes, yeah, mostly, yeah.
So what would you have gotten from your parents?
Well, we got, most of us got the timberlands left that we had.
I see.
Yeah.
So how did people help each other in the days gone by that's different from today?
Oh, quite a different. They all worked together. If I had a little load of wood to saw up, they'd come over and help me saw it, and I'd go to their place and help them saw theirs.
Okay, so what would happen if a woman was widowed in the community?
I don't know.
Everybody would help her, maybe?
Everybody would help her, probably.
Right. And do you remember anything about the poor farm?
No, I've been down there at one time, but I don't remember much about it.
Do you remember anything about elections?
No.
What do you remember about the first time you voted?
Oh, just about it. That's all. I was a liberal.
What is the worst weather that you can remember?
Oh, I don't know. There was a lot of them. Don't know the worst one.
There's nothing that sticks right out in your mind?
No, nothing really.
Do you remember any ghost stories from your younger years?
No.
You don't have any stories that somebody would have told you?
Ghost stories, you know. They have, but I wouldn't believe into them.
So do you have any superstitions?
No.
And how did people know when to plant and when to harvest their vegetables?
Well, when the plant, it's usually in May, 24th. We usually plant it in May. My dad did.
So did you help your dad plant?
Oh, yes.
And what kinds of things would you have planted?
Potatoes and carrots, onions, peas and beans, different things.
Did you like working in the garden?
Oh, yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
So can you tell me about any shipwrecks in your area?
No, I don't know of any in our area here.
And do you know of any local stories that you can remember? So, what was the largest employer in your community? Who would employ the most people in this area when you were growing up?
Mostly mills, I would say, yeah.
And do you belong to any organizations?
No.
Okay. Harry, can you tell me what it was like being a black man growing up in a white community?
Well, here in Bear River, at my day, there wasn't any discrimination. Or you may find one or two, but not seriously.
So were there many black families living in this community? when you were
There
growing up?
were quite a few black families in Greenland. The government gave them a grant and a place to live. But in Bear River, we was practically the only colored family was here. There was one more, but we were mostly the only ones that lived here, almost white people. And we all worked together.
Oh, how, yeah.
That's only 4 miles from here.
So do you remember anything about the tourists coming to this area?
You know, I know a lot of tourists come to this area. I get a lot of pictures taken from tourists. Ask me about Bear River and different things.
And who were some of the colorful characters in your community?
But any,
Okay.
any else?
Okay, do you remember anything about Maud Lewis?
No. I've heard tell of her.
I bet you Harry Hill's the colorful character in this community, aren't you?
I'm one of the best.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
What kind of things do you tell the tourists about Bear River?
Well, they want to know what we done for a living. That's as well. I said mostly that time was mills running. We had shipbuilding here in Bear River. And there was lots to do. The young people all had lots of work. We had a clothespin factory back at Lake Jolly. They had a movie hall and a church to go to with people coming in. And the railroad was running. And it was really a busy town.
Do you remember all this?
Oh, yeah. And everything was fishing and hunting. And all done by hand. Now with machinery. Yeah, I remember all that. I got it all down, written down in them papers.
What kind of factory was back at Lake Jolly?
I had a clothespin factory and a lumber mill too,
Right.
making clothespins. Yeah.
And where would they send those clothespins?
Go over to St. John, sell them in the stores.
So how does Bear River look now compared to when you were growing up?
Oh, nothing here now in Bear River. It was booming in my day. We haven't even got a drugstore here now. My day we had 11 stores. 2 doctors, sometimes 4, 2 dentists, 4 blacksmith shops.
How has the population changed?
Population has changed. 660 now. In my day, 960. Quite different.
Big difference. Oh, Harry, how far have you traveled? What are the places that you've gone
Not
to?
far, not far. As far as Halifax, I go up there quite often.
You go shopping?
No, I have a lady friend there, and then I got aunts and uncles and cousins, my sisters.
How often do you go to Halifax?
We usually go about once every month.
And you go up by train?
I go by bus now. Years ago, I went by train, when the train went.
So do you stay a few days, or?
Yeah, a few days, right. I like the train better by time.
So the train used to come in here, right into Barry?
No, just 4 miles down first. Just 4 miles. Didn't come in here. At that time, the Clark brothers didn't want the train coming in here.
Who were the Clark brothers?
They're the one that had this big business running these stave mills. So they had it 4 miles up from Bear River.
And why didn't they?
I don't know really why they didn't want it, but they never.
Harry, what is a stave?
They were short stave, 18 inches long, what you put spikes and nails in years ago, things like that, and horseshoes and ox shoes when they shipped them. And then they made the apple barrel stretch because they were bigger for apple barrels. They had a Cooper come and make them. I've done all that work.
How would they bend those staves?
About the circular saw when you saw them.
A circular saw.
Right.
Yeah.
But then how would they get them to have that roundish shape for a barrel?
For a barrel, well, they had the heat. And then they put the rubber, the wooden bands around them. And they put these, I helped do, they put these staves in this barrel and then clamp together and put it up tight. And then put your heads in and they stay right there on the curve.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you were kids, if you got sick, do you remember any home remedies that your mother would treat you with?
Yeah, I remember some home remedies, mustard on your chest,
And that was for when you had a cold?
break your cold up.
And how would she put that on?
With like a cloth, you know, and put the mustard in there and pack it on there.
Anything else?
We used that goose grease years back. They used to use that.
And what was that for?
Keep the mustard from burning your chest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And the different things you would take at that time. They had the bone set for cold. You used to steep it. You gather it in the woods. My dad used to gather it every fall, and then we keep it for the winter. And we had a cold. We steeped that just the same as a tea. And you take a little drink now and again.
And what was that called?
Bone set. It was an herb grown in the woods. All the old people had them at that time. And would break your cold right up. Yeah.
Would you steep the leaves or the roots of that plant?
No, it was just a leaf, you know, long, like a grass, like leaf, about like that, and then you put it and dry it. And then,
How much contact did you have with the Indians here in Bear River?
oh, and we had a good contact with the Indians. We worked for them, plowed the ground for them. Dad done built some of their chimneys, worked together. Yeah.
And would you learn things about medicinal plants from them as well?
I never bothered that much myself.
Interesting memories. Yeah. About digging graves, we haven't talked to
Oh,
him
yeah.
at all about
Oh.
graves.
Harry. So how long did you dig graves?
39 years.
Okay, so you
Ooh.
did this by hand or by machine?
Everything was done by hand. Unless you got a great big rock, you probably had to get a machine at that time. Though when I first took the cemetery, oh, it was hard. Because the girls and boys that I went to school with and worked with had passed on, you know. But I had to get used to it, same as an undertaker, I used to say. Yeah. And it was really hard. But I got used to it after a while.
So how long would it take you to dig a grave?
Well, 4 hours. Well, I dug them alone lots of times. 4 hours, take my time. Then when I got older, I got a helper. Yeah. 3 and 4 hours.
So your job was caretaker at the
I was
cemetery?
caretaker, kept the
So what
cemetery.
other duties would you have to do?
mow the grass and keep the lawn, keep the cemetery clean and the graves clean, and cut the weeds out the roads and have everything looking nice, trim up the flower bushes.
So this was a full-time job?
Full-time job.
And
yeah.
how many days a week would you work?
I work the whole week, 6 days a week. Mostly my own boss.
Which cemetery is that, Harry?
Mount Hope, up here on the hill. Yeah, 39 years.
What was the hardest grave you ever dug?
Well, there was a few hard ones, like sometimes a lot of slate, rocky. Not that many, just in spots.
Did you have to dig the graves for any of your family members?
I never myself, but we had other guys dug them for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you find out about the funeral practices? And
Oh, yeah. No.
What next?
Okay, when someone died, how was the funeral handled?
Well, the undertaker would handle the funeral, mostly.
But did you, back in your day, did they have wakes right in the house?
Oh yes, we've had, most of our family was buried from the house at that time.
So how long would they keep the body in the house?
2 days.
And where would they hold the wake? Right in the...
In the house.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when you were digging graves, Harry, what would happen if the ground was frozen?
We've done just the same. Keep your pick sharp. We've done a lot of them that way. But nowadays, they don't do it that way. We've got built a vault. We put them in the vault, then stay to the spring till the ground thaws out. And dig 'em. Every cemetery has them now.
Do you miss working that job?
No, not now.
Oh, when you were little, how did you take care of your teeth?
I didn't take care of them too good.
Would you go visit a dentist?
No, sometimes and have them pulled out. Now I got them all out now. I haven't done it. You wouldn't know it though. You wouldn't know it in MSG. Never bothered to got them in.
Did you have toothpaste back when you were a little boy?
Oh yeah, we had
You did?
toothpaste.
Toothbrushes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Never looked after them that much as you should have, sometimes.
So when you were a little boy, you said there would have been a doctor in the community?
Yeah, sometimes 4. Now they got none.
So how often would you go visit the doctor?
Never been to it. Never had. I went to school one time, and they used to go around and have a nurse come in and examine you for your tonsils. Teacher said, you got to have your tonsils out. I was about 13 years old. Yeah, I said, your tonsils are back. So it kept going on and on. I never got them out. There was a lady came from New York. She was a preacher, a woman. I told her about my tonsils. She said, Mr. Hill, I can heal you. So one Sunday I went over to church, and she healed me of my tonsils. I had to stand up in front of the church, put a hand on my head. I never forgot it. Talk to me if I believe, this and that, yes. I never had no more trouble with my tonsils from that day to now, never.
Did you remember who the lady was, what her
Her
name was?
name was Mrs. Tibbetts.
And why was she here?
She was here to heal people. Well, she was an Advent preacher anyway, so she said she could heal. Well, she healed me. Never forgot it.
Was that mostly a black congregation in that church, Harry?
No, all white people. We just mostly colored people. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We're all together. We never know what color you are. Don't matter.
That's right.
Although you have a few, you always have. I have a few around here. Of course, I don't pay them anymore. They don't bother me. I'm too smart for them. They don't like the way I dress, and they don't like, that's no their business. I want to dress, suit myself.
Well, that's their problem.
That's their problem. I like to look clean and nice.
Yes.
Oh, you get a lot of pictures taken. Oh, yeah, a woman's man. You know, that stuff, you know what I mean? Don't bother me. Well, I had quite a lot of people jealous of me. I had started a skating rink one time. And I had a lovely skating rink above home, outdoor. So the guy, he got tired of running it, so he'd give it to me. So I ran it for quite a while. So then I heard some talk about this fellow having a skating rink. We're trying to run him out of business. So the firemen over here, various firemen, they started a rink back at the fire hall. So I still had mine going. So one day I went over there looking. They said, "How do you make ice on the ground?" I said, "It's up to you to learn it, find out." So they tried it, and they had big lumps on them, big around my fist. They started about 2 or 3 times. The next year, they gave her up and come to me and said, "Will you take our rink?" I said, "You thought you was going to run the nigger out of business, did you?" But I said, "I run the white nigger out of business." I said, "Yes, I'll take it." And I had it for 18 years. And always had lovely ice and the biggest crowd you ever see. Come from everywhere.
Would you charge people to come skate on that rink?
We only charged 10 cents, 25. If they didn't have it, go skating anyway.
So how many years did you do the skating rink?
18 years. Seasons.
How would you flood the rink?
With a fire pump.
Okay.
Stay there half the night or something and make ice.
So what's the
Cold,
secret?
when the secret is to make it when the ground is froze hard. And then you keep building your ice up a little more. And that's all it's doing. But you got to work.
I skated on your rink many times.
You.
I did, when I
Yeah.
was a little girl.
You're the
I
girl.
did.
And I had skating carnival, and I take my kids over to Digby, and I was in the carnival, had the girl, we get first prize, sometimes second. You skated on my rink, so you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I do. As a
And I,
teenager.
yeah, and I know one fellow, they put one guy in to help me on this rink, help me, look after it, keep the snow clean. And I didn't care for him. He come in and told me one time, "You should close the rink down a little earlier." "How early?" I said, "Well, it's 10 o'clock. "Well," I said, "we're just getting started." So I said to the boss, "You better take him out of here, because I'll hit him in the head with this shovel." I said, "I don't need him." He'd come and tell me when to close me, because I stay here all night. Fireman said, "You can stay here as long as you want. You can run the rink." I just put him in, thought maybe he'd help you. "No, I don't want him." They told me, "You're through here, I don't need you." So one Sunday I wasn't there. He come down, there was about that much snow on the ice. He went and turned the water on. And it took me a week before I got that ice back in shape. But that snow and water was no good. Just to spite me. I buried him. "I'll get you yet," I said. "I'll bury you." I did. I went and told around I put big rocks on that son of a gun. I said he never got out. I got him. Oh, everybody they had that going around for years. They're still fat. You better watch Harry. When he put rocks on you, he'd bury you. Oh, the poor fellow.
Was there music for people to skate to?
Oh, I had music. I had everything. Music, and I had 2 dressing rooms for them. She remembered. We had music. Girls played the music for them. Yeah.
This was an outdoor rink?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How nice.
Oh, wired lights. Oh, they come from Digby and Mappin. And
There used to be music.
I had music. I had a lovely time there. They often think about it. Now they got nothing.
But our winters aren't like they were.
Well, I
years
know,
ago.
but they still could have had the rink. Because you can get machines and put a few pipes through the ground, and you can make ice. It's artificial. They didn't want to bother. So when
Where was that rink, Harry?
just roll back to the fire hall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did this river freeze in the wintertime when you were?
Yes, sir, it did. We skated on the river up above the bridge.
Wow.
How far could you go on it?
Well, they could skate way down, but we never did. We just skated up the bridge because you never know, might be a hole or something there. And
Was there an ice house?
we had an ice house built. Well, see, you didn't have no Frigidaires at that time. They cut your ice in blocks. They said, how do you keep it? You cover it over with sawdust, and then the next coat would be hay. And then in the summertime, your ice is there, it never melts. You take a team and you drive around, and people have places where they put the ice, keep your milk cool. And that was a big job in the States too. A lot of people used to go here in the States or work in Navvy's house. Pedal ice. Cut it in the winter, pedaled in the summer. Now everything's Frigidaires.
Do you remember how often you'd have to get a block of ice for your house?
Well, they usually go around about 2 or 3 times a week. And need a little, yeah.
How much did the ice cost?
Certain amount of piece. I don't know how much.
Was it common? You go ahead. Well, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
Was it common for people to go to the States to work in your day?
Oh yeah, a lot of men went to the States.
And their families would stay here?
Yeah. Just for the winter, like work in the ice houses. Yeah. I used to help them. They used to tell me about it. Yeah.
Where in the States would they go?
Boston and New York and different parts. Big ice houses. A lot of work.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, we had a nice house here too. Yeah. You didn't know that. Yeah.
Did your father have horses when you were growing up?
We had horses sometime when we had one pacer. That horse that used to take us around, like we had to carry our tools when we were laying brick. Then after a while he got a little older, we went to the oxen. They were slower than a horse. So we had oxen, take them to the woods, start out timber, things like that.
Your father had a woodlot, did you say?
We had 1,000 acres.
Really?
Left from our grandparents. That's when the government left them that acreage for to build on and work themselves. That's in slavery days, that's slavery days, they gave the black people a grant to go build in different places. See, the same they did the Indians, give them their reserve. But you had to go work.
Are there any members of your family still alive?
Oh yeah,
You have how many?
there's only about 5 or 6 of us.
Are they all around Bear River?
There's 3 of us home here, somehow.
That would be you and your sister.
And John, and Lenny. John's in Weymouth, he's overseas. And some in Halifax, one in Kentville.
Do you get to see them very often?
Oh yeah, we see him once in a while.
Is any of that woodlot still in your family?
We have some. We had sold most of it because we don't need it. Yeah. You see, the old folks in them days, they didn't have the house fixed like we got it now because we're all pension people. Well, we had the place all fixed over the way my sister wanted. She's fussy, you know. And you see, everything is electric. Them days, they had to do what they had with. Yeah. You had one pair of boots, one pair of wood rubbers. You had it. Now I got so much I can't wear them. I got so many clothes I can't even wear them. All fancy. I bought my clothes in Halifax. All colors. I love them.
Where do you get them in Halifax?
Oh, the different stores. To the Jews. I run a budget up there for 5 or 6 years. I got acquainted with these Syrians. They have a big store, everything. They took a liking to me. I mean, I used to go in there and look around. They can sell you something? No, I said, I haven't anybody. Don't have to have money. You don't have to have money. That's your name, Mr. Hill. Anything you want, you get it. We'll give you a budget. I run a budget there for about 20 years. Sometimes I'm up high $4,000. You know, they said to me, when you come in Halifax, come in and give us a little money. No special amount. So every time I went to Halifax, I used to go 2 or 3 times a week. If I see something I like, I'd buy it. Oh, you got to have this, Mr. Hill, today. Okay. No money don't make any odds. I give them a little everywhere I go. Every time I went to Halifax, I give them a little money. That's all we said, nothing more.
Now, what store was that?
It was one of the big stores there in Halifax on Godkin Street. And don't owe them 5 cents no more. That's how I done my business. They took a liking to me.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
When your father had that wood lot, he'd sell the wood to the mills, would he?
They sell timber or something. We didn't cut that much because we never. When he got older, we done a little bit more. But when our boys was growing up, some of my brothers, they had nothing to do much. They went and cut a little timber and sold it. But Dad never cut much because he was working out much time brickwork. He worked in Halifax after the explosion in 1917. He's one of the bosses up there and over the foreman. Yeah. He was telling me one time. He was boss. Of course, there was boss over him. And he was one of the only black guys that was boss. And all colors, you know, you work with at that time, building Halifax up again. So somebody called him up on the stage. There's certain things they wanted to know, but brick and then. And every time he told me, he said, when I got up on the stage, I watched myself, see if that plank was all right. No. See, jealous, he's tripping, so he's falling, killing himself. So one day, he's going up the plank, he said, he looked it on. He said, who done that? That guy said, that fellow over there. Down in the office, they're gone. So he said, if you ever work with a crowd of white collars, you want to watch yourself. They'll be jealous of you. Fired him. He told me that. Watch your staging.
Isn't that awful?
Yeah. Well, that's discrimination, you know. I mean, jealousy. Because he was a boss. Well, I'll tell you, I got entangled up with one of them when they built the pipeline up here. The boss would go away. I knew the cement work, see? The boss would go away, and he'd say, I'll be back in a little while here. You take charge of the cement work. So he had to go down where you built the dams, and you put it in each cup. This some here, some there, so on. So I said, the next chute, put some cement down that way. He said, I'm not putting it down there, I'm not taking orders from a nigger. So I come right up the hole. Everybody was looking. I jumped right up the hole. And I said, there was another man there. He said, you go back down the hole. No, I said, I'm all through. Well, he said, you stay here till the boss comes. And let me tell him all about it. When the boss comes, he said, you up the office. You're gone. Fired him. Mr. Hill, you get down the hole. Don't want to hear that around here anymore, he said. Stop that. No. Just jealousy because they put me at him. Yeah, I knew my work. All I had to go do around, mix some more mortar and smooth it off. And then I had to wait for another pour. I'd go sit down and go up and talk to the boss, carry the boys a little water. Huh, you got the best job. Well, I said, the man knows how to do it. You're jealous, aren't you? Yeah. Oh, I put it right on to him. Oh, it was fun. Oh, had a lot of rigmarole, though, in your day. I mean, you go through them things. You get through them things, even their own color, you know, don't get along. It don't matter who you are, you know what I mean. There's always somebody jealous of you.
How's your health now?
All my health's good. I say all except my hands, my fingers. Oh, they jealous of me, they jealous of the way I dress, they jealous of the way I sing. Well, that's my nature. You can't follow me. I said you wouldn't look good in if he was dressed up. Not like me, I said.
Very true.
Yeah.
Can you sing us something else? You've got a beautiful voice.
Yeah, I wasn't singing real good then.
It sounded good to me.
Very good.
Yeah. Sounds beautiful.
I'll sing one more for you. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was blind, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Now, I could sing better than that, but I just got that little cold in my throat there. But
I think it sounds beautiful.
I know they say I got to go on my voice.
You do.
I'll sing how great I am. I'm going to sing how great the way Bill Shea sings. Here goes like that. And sing my soul, my Savior gone to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. And sing my soul, my Savior gone to thee. You know, sing it. How great thou art, how great thou art.
Very good.
That's the way I like to sing it.
Yeah.
Oh, they get me singing in here all the time.
Who's Bill Shea? You
Oh.
said you're going to sing it the way Bill Shea sings it?
Yeah.
Who's he?
He's a guy that used to be on the, he was a preacher going around preaching different places. What's his name now? Oh, I shook hands with them both in Halifax. There were 30,000 people there.
Billy Graham?
Billy Graham.
Okay.
Billy Graham.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I shook hands with him.
You did?
I went to the big meeting in Halifax a few years back. There was 30,000 over on the Commons. Yeah, I was right in there with the boys after they found out who I was. What a lovely singer. I sing a lot here and there. I sing church. Nobody want me to sing, they get me to come sing. I like to sing.
Yeah, I can tell. No wonder.
Yeah.
I wish I could sing.
Everybody said, you got a wonderful voice. When I sing,
I like to sing, but I don't have a good voice.
but when I sing in church, I was around them and said, we can hear you sing voices, and they're wonderful. They're wonderful. Yeah. I'm a loud singer.
How often?
Well, all our family is a good singers. We're all, every Sunday.
Do you?
Yeah. I got a brother, good singer, all good singers. Sing in the choir. My sister's good singer, sing in the choir. Yeah. My dad was a good singer. My mother good singer, he was alto. Dad was bass, really good singer. Well, I never see a colored person that couldn't sing or dance. Lord. But you got it, you got it.
So you must have had a lot of singing in your house growing up as a child.
Oh, I know it. Oh, yeah. Well, I used to start all the singing in school, as I told you before. And Christmas time, I was started them off singing. Yeah. I was teacher's pet, my sweet little Harry. I'll tell you something. I used to get a kick. I took teacher an apple once in a while. Oh yeah, there comes teacher's pet. You got an apple for her. Yeah. Yeah. She said, well, you needn't worry. She said, now come here and give me my kiss. And she kissed me as soon as I come to school. Then when I leave, she kissed me goodbye. Good night. She's Amero. Oh, how many kisses? We don't get no kisses. Well, you're not going to get none from me, she said, either.
Saved them all for Harry.
And all for Harry, yeah. Harry's Hill, Harry. Teacher's pet, they call him teacher's pet. Well, she says he's the only cute little fellow there is in here, and he's mine.
What was her name? Do you remember?
Oh, one was Lexi Hatfield, and one was Mamie Rifto, and one was Mrs. Marshall. They're different teachers. Yeah. Yeah, you get, maybe if I couldn't do a question, I'd get her to come down and sit with me, and I put my arm around her. She looked at me. Everybody, yeah, he can do everything, yeah. Get us in trouble, and then we have to go and stand in the corner. I remember one time, I had to go leave the room. I was in grade 8. I put my hand up. Want to leave the room? No. I said, why? You stayed too long. Well, I was sitting there just not very few minutes. I had to go leave the room. I said, what do you want me to do? I said, put my hand up. When I leave the room, I told you no. You want me to do it on the floor? I said, I'm going to leave the room. I got up and walked out. She said, don't stay too long. Never had to ask her anymore to leave the room. Every time I wanted to leave the room, she said, you go. Yeah, she said, everybody said, yeah, we can't do that. We have to put our hand up and go leave the room. I said, not me. She learned her lesson. I told her. Well, I want to leave the room. I'm going to leave the room. Well, you say no, whatever you say. Well, stay in after school, race the boys off from me. Yeah, okay. And that's all we do it. Now, she knew better than that. I might stay a little bit too long. They couldn't boss me. I was bad. I was mischievous, that I was bad. Never forgot it. A lot of fun. Oh, God. That's the way it is now. Everywhere I go, my God, the girls, they're kissing, hugging me, kissing. Oh, all the time. I get 3 or 4 kisses every day from somebody.
That's good.
Oh, we love you. You're such a sweet man. We love you. I teach them how to play pool. I taught them how to skate. Now I'm teaching girls now how to play pool. Oh, they love it. They have fun. Over here in the station, in here, right after dinner. Give them a kiss before you get them. Oh, that's how I get along.
That's good.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Not at all. No way.
Well, soon be dinner time.
Yeah, it will be. We're almost done this tape here, I think, as well. So I'm going to just turn it over and see if there's any final stories you want to tell us.
Let's see what it sounds like.
Just for a minute. Is there anything we didn't ask you about, Harry, that you'd like to tell us about?
You ask me things if you want to. There's things in there, why don't you look it over and then ask me some what I got down there in that paper.
Let me just put this on pause.
Okay.
You want to get that? You want to get that printed off?
We're going to make a copy of that at the store.
Yeah, over the store.
Sue, I just
And
paused.
if I'm
I'll
not,
be back in a sec, so you just hit pause.
and
Yeah. Okay.
if I'm not there, you can leave mine there.
Or we bring it back here.
Oh well. Where's she going? Bathroom?
I don't know.
Nobody in there. The bathroom's right in here. No, don't bring her back here. I'll go with you. Well,
Harry, who are the Cunninghams?
that's the mill. That's the names of the people that run the mill I work with.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Who were the Cunninghams?
Those were the people that I worked for at the mill. They owned the mill. He was a lumberjack Cunningham. That was his name.
Okay.
I got a little ink on there with my pen.
That's okay.
With my pen now.
So where did you go to work after you left Cunningham's?
Oh, I went, I told you, different places then. When I told you before, right up on the pipeline where we built the pipe, where we get our electricity now. See, all that place up there, we owned that. And where the powerhouse is built now, that was our land. And the government bought it from us. And they gave whatever you had. You couldn't set no price. They had to give you what you wanted. So that's sitting right on our land. And I helped build the powerhouse, where we get all our power here. Digby.
Amazing.
Yeah. And then we got another powerhouse over here at the time. Well, that was built. Where'd you go, to the bathroom?
Yes.
Well, I said there's one right in there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, you found one.
You recording?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Harry, you worked at the post office for 13 years.
Yeah.
What did you do at the post office?
I was a caretaker. I'm a cleaner. Cleaner,
I see.
that's all, just a cleaner. So I helped build it.
And that was right here in Barrowville?
Yeah, new one.
Oh, yeah.
New one.
You helped build it.
Yeah, I helped build it and went right on as janitor. 13 years and a half. Could stay longer, but I went, at that time, in 1956, I went and they went and kind of got me at the cemetery.
I see. For Winfrey.
Yeah, she got some of her friends were here one year, and they met me and asked me different things. So I said, I have some postcards on the sewing. And they have a little. So they said, they bought 5. And they said, do you watch Winifred show? And I said, yeah, I like her. They said, we've been there. We know her. They said, I'll take one of these postcards and tell her about you. And 2 weeks after that, she sent me a picture, photograph, all done up in this big box, and I got it framed here. I got it in here. You see that here?
Yes.
You see it? Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. When did you see it?
Oh, I've been here before.
Oh, I can't remember.
No, you haven't been here when I was here.
I see. So that's how I got it. So I liked her. I got her address. She sent me a card once in a while. Said, I hope you make it down to the Nova Scotia where she put it sometime. I looked you up. Well, I hope you do.
Mm.
Yeah. I see.
There's anything else on there?
No, you've asked Harry about most of those things?
And there's another one there you might look.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to go over there and get them now,
Sure.
I'll go with you,
All right.
and then you can take me home.
Okay, I can do that. You want to shut this down?
Sure.
No,
I-
let's pause it.
You can just hit stop.